The feedback that we have gotten from the part one of this particular video has been life-changing, and I'm happy that we even had to do that particular video. And that video has been 21 things I wish I knew before I started real estate. And in fact, a lot of persons have been delivered, literally delivered from certain things by virtue of watching that video. And it's been a lot of reorientation for a lot of persons who had watched that video based on the testimonials that we have gotten so far. I'm hopeful that by the time you get to the end, which is the last point I'm going to be sharing in this particular video, you will have gotten enough information that will help you to be able to do real estate the right way. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Raymond Ijoma, and I am the lead facilitator of the Fortreal Real Estate Academy. And what we're doing here is just to be able to give you basic, important tips that will help you to be able to sell real estate consistently. And we have a paid program where we literally hold you by the hand. We teach you everything you need to know, both in terms of the knowledge, the skill, and practical conversations that will help you to be able to close and sell real estate consistently. If you're interested in that, do reach out to the number on your screen. And from this point, we're going to be looking at number 11 of the things you wish you knew before you started selling real estate or before you decided to get into real estate. Number 11 is I wish you started building relationships earlier, networking. Now, this business is a networking business. The more quality people you have in your circle, the more you sell. The less you have them in your circle, the less you sell. A lot of you market on your WhatsApp status, and the people in your WhatsApp status are people who don't even have money to feed properly, respectfully, right? So the quality of people you have in your network, via your WhatsApp status, on your Facebook account, or in your family and friend circle will determine whether you're going to sell or not, right? Of course, some of them may recommend you at some point, but I've talked about the miracle strategy. That cannot be dependable. You cannot depend on that for a long time, right? Or consistently to be able to get consistent sales, right? But if you are that person whose circle is not the most quality or quality circle, then you really have to be intentional about relationships, building quality relationships, being able to assess the right people who may be able to afford your product or recommend you to their type that will be able to afford your product. So your relationships are very important. And sometimes relationships beyond buying and selling, relationships that are just pure relationship based on who you are becoming, right? And number 12 is I wish I started earlier. I wish I started earlier. Real estate requires time and process. So if it's possible, or it's possible rather, that if you start earlier, then you get earlier results. I know a 27-year-old guy who is a billionaire already because he started very, very early. In fact, he started while he was still in the university, right? So you just have to understand that time is also a factor. If you start at 40, I don't know when your results will start coming in, but it's never too late, right? So whenever you start, is the most important is that you start well, start with the right knowledge and the right skills and in the right circle. And number 13, I wish I knew I may not have to be paid in the beginning when I start working. Now, the truth about it is that because you are just learning the business, not every firm will be happy to pay you pay you a salary, right, in the beginning, because you are literally learning at their feet, right? So you may have to be able to explore options that will make you prioritize learning beyond earning. If you can understand this, trust me, it will help you, because you are in a business where you are meant to be learning, really. And when you learn, you even earn beyond your salary or your allowance, because at that point, your focus is now the commissions, which are generally always bigger than your salary. So you may have to focus on learning in the beginning for your own good. And number 14, I wish I needed to understand my location, or I wish I knew that I needed to understand my location. Now, location is very sensitive for this business. You can't be that guy that only goes from church or from the mosque to your house, from the house to the office to, just go around a triangular or go around a triangle, right? You have to be able to understand your location, know almost every part of your city. If I know the history of the location and know be able to project where the city is going, you need to understand your location. And number 15, I wish I knew I didn't have to be perfect before starting. Truth about it is that there's no perfection in any industry or in any reality of life. Don't wait till you have the best camera. Stop giving excuses like, oh, my camera is not good, my audio is bad, or all of that. If you can invest in these things, invest in them. but don't consider them as an excuse in the very beginning, particularly if you truly and sincerely don't have the money. If you do, invest in the business, but if you don't wait till it is perfect. It is never perfect anywhere. For me, even right now, mine is not perfect. I'm not perfect in doing what I'm doing. I'm rather focused on excellence, right? So you must move away from seeking perfection, especially when you are starting to move into the point where you do the best with what is available to you. Number 16, I wish I knew it was not a get rich quick scheme. I wish I knew it was not a get rich quick scheme. A lot of persons see people drive big cars, fine cars in the real estate sector, and you just assume that when you start, you too go drive big car. It may not be like that. In fact, it is not supposed to be like that, because every industry requires process. Every true legitimate business requires time and process, right? So you may have to pay your dues before you can buy the car. So get away from the get rich quick scheme mentality and move to the point where you do the work and wait for seed time and harvest to play or take effect. Number 17, I wish I niched earlier, or I had a niche earlier. In other words, some persons can move from selling residential to only commercial, or from selling the whole Nigeria to selling a particular location, or move from selling the whole Abuja to selling only in Guzape, right? So you can choose to niche. You can choose to sell only houses or only land, or sell affordable, or sell products that only guarantee sustainable building wealth, right? So you can just have a way of finding a niche, and that will also help you, because in your niche there's a message. In your message you find an audience. In your audience you get more people from that audience that can buy from you consistently, right? And in fact, it builds your community really. So if you can niche earlier, if you can niche early enough, then that will be generally good. Number 18, I wish I knew how to generate quality leads. I wish I knew how to generate quality leads. Emphasis on the word quality, right? And number 19, I wish I knew how to qualify my leads. Now, it's one thing for a lead to reach out to you today, but may buy from you in 1 year time. You need to just be able to understand the lead, right? And be able to qualify it in a way that you know that this one is either a yes today or a yes tomorrow. And if you get disappointed because you didn't get a yes today and give up hope, then you lose a client both today and both tomorrow. And number 20, I wish I knew about branding. Yes, branding is key if you want to do real estate, because it is a business where what you are perceived as is who you are, irrespective of who you are. So even if you are A and you are perceived as D, then trust me, they will see you as D and decide based on the fact that they perceive you as D, even though you are A, right? So your projection must equal, or your perception is what is going to come from your place of projection, which is dependent on you. I've always said it, projection equals perception. If you project a poor person, they see a poor person that can run away with their money. If you project a rich person, they see a rich person that they can trust with their money. And the last one, which is number 21, is I wish I joined a team that inspires and can hold me accountable earlier. This is very important. And that is why it is always my opinion. I didn't start that way because I didn't have the opportunity. But if you have the opportunity, join a team, join a firm, join a real estate company, the right real estate company in the right environment that can inspire you, where you can get inspired every now and then, that can hold you accountable, that can push you, that can drive you. And if you have that, trust me, you are going to do fine. So however this video came to you, whether you are just about to start or whether you are already in the sector, I'm happy that this video definitely would have impacted you one way or another. My name again is Raymond Ijama, and I am the lead facilitator of the Fortreal Real Estate Academy. And what we're doing here is mind-blowing. It is changing lives. I've lost count of how many people who have confirmed to me that they made their first million because of the real estate course that we're doing here, or everything we're doing here on this channel. So if you're interested in being a part of the current cohort of our paid program, do reach out to the number that is showing on your screen right now. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel, like the video, drop a comment, drop a question for us as well, and then we can either answer it in the comment section or do a video to answer your question. Until I see you next time, do make sure that you are playing safe, and don't ever forget to share our videos with your friends. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you on the next one.